everybody. Welcome to The Lair. Tonight we have a medium, a real live medium with us here in the studio. This is Madame Magnolia. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me on the show. It's an honor.
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty excited to have an actual human being to interview. Because anybody who's been watching the show realize I've been talking to all kinds of scary monsters and things that go bump in the night. So it's a relief to just have a nice, normal human being here with me for a change.
Like a breath of fresh air.
Exactly right. Exactly right. So let's start with this. Do you prefer to be called a medium or a psychic or a shaman, or what is your preferred title?
Well, I call myself Madam because it's kind of like I'm Madame Magnolia. The two M's kind of rhyme, so that works.
That's alliteration.
Yes, it does. It works. But, you know, psychics, you know, anything that kind of brings in that world, you know, I'll respond to that. And like a lot of people, instead of kind of like people going like, hey, you're a medium, I want to talk to you, is there a ghost following me? You know, don't do that. Don't encroach on my space. You know, I like my space.
Have some respect.
Yes, of course. And so any terminology, you know, none of them offend me, you know, just kind of madam, medium, psychic, it all works.
Right on, right on. And can you tell us a little bit about how you became a medium?
Well, it was when I was 4 years old, and you know, I was in the bathtub. My mom, you know, was washing me and stuff like that. And then I saw a guy behind it that wasn't my daddy, and I was like, hey, and I was kind of talking to him and stuff like that. And my mom was just kind of like, what's going on? And I was just like, oh, the nice fellow back there. And to our knowledge that a man died in that house before we moved in. That was something that came up later because then, you know, when I was growing up, you know, in my adolescent years, you know, I started kind of feeling like these extra auras when I would go around and stuff like that, you know, to the 7-Eleven, you know, to the Dollar Tree, you know, all of them, you know, I was kind of like feeling these extra, you know, auras or feelings around us. You know, some of them have anger, sadness, because that ghost, when they die, you know, they hold on to that kind of how they were killed. So if someone's murdered, you know, that's either like sadness or anger.
So now, okay, so are ghosts like, are they still a whole personality, or are they just like an emotional imprint like that?
You know, it kind of depends. Some of them, like if they use like a lot of energy, they can kind of get like, I can kind of see like an outline of them. But sometimes, you know, if they're kind of like a chill spirit, you know, they're just kind of there, you know, it's kind of very light. But, you know, if there's one that has like a lot of, you know, pent up anger or sadness, a lot of strong emotions like that, then, you know, I would never like see them. I just kind of like sense that they're there.
I see. So you don't see them as like a whole, like you don't like I'm here.
No, they're not wearing clothes, you know, they're wearing their kicks or anything. They're not doing anything like that. It's just kind of like an essence that they're there.
Okay, well that's kind of cool. All right, so you said that you first noticed when you were 4, but you also mentioned that your adolescence, and that's something that's come up over and over again here on The Lair, is that supernatural things like that seem to really manifest a lot in adolescence. So would you say that this is something that became amplified as you grew up?
I think so, during like the puberty, because you know, like all the hormones, you know, then all the psychic stuff, you know.
Pimples.
You know, ghost pimples, you know. Pimple that you can see but no one else can, but then you can see it when you see it like in the camera.
I'm pretty sure I'm still getting ghost pimples.
I think we all are.
Right.
But yeah, it kind of grew and became stronger, and you know, I would kind of have like these conversations with people. Like I drove out in Texas with my sister. You know, we were having like a road trip and stuff like that, and we were lost in the middle of nowhere, and we were in like this abandoned motel that there was like someone kind of owned. I mean,
I saw this on the Brady Bunch.
However, we didn't have Janice, you know, to kind of save the day. But we kind of pulled over, and, you know, my sister was too scared, and I was like, I'll go in, because it was like a hotel next to like a restaurant, and the restaurant was open. And we kind of asked, like, are there any vacancies and stuff like that? And they were like, yeah. And then there was a lady owner, the guy, and then there was a little bus boy who kind of looked, you know, kind of like wearing like the collar with the white collar with kind of
sure.
like the apron and stuff like that.
Sure.
And the little boy said, "Oh yeah, there's always vacancies here." And I kind of laughed and chuckled, but the man and the woman, you know, they kind of didn't respond. So I was kind of like, okay, a snarky little teenager, you know, kind of makes all those kind of snarky comments. So the lady gave us a room and stuff like that. And then my sister, when we went to the room, she took a shower and there was no hot water. You think in Texas they would have hot water at least. It's so hot out there.
You'd think.
And so then I went up to the front, but the restaurant was closed. And then I looked across the street, and that busboy would look like he was about to get into his car to go home. And he was like, "Oh, there's a door open in the back. But don't let them know I told you this, but they're back there. If you knock on it, they'll help you."
Okay.
And then I went back there and kind of talked to man and woman. They fixed the water and stuff like that. And I was telling this to my sister, and then she was just like, she kind of has like a medium feel to it too. So it's kind of, I guess it's running in the family.
I guess so.
I don't know. But then she was just like, "Did you see the boy's face?" And I was like, "No, I don't remember." And, you know, I guess he was a ghost. He was a ghost. Because next thing I know, we look out and his aura was outside. But see, he kind of put all his particles, you know, he kind of put all of like this stuff together.
So he was able to manifest.
Yeah, manifest, but I never saw his face. But he was able to kind of manifest like a busboy outfit.
That's kind of scary.
It was, but it was awesome.
Well, and since then, have you run into other spirits in other places? I mean, can you tell the difference?
Yes, you know, I can like kind of sense it when someone like walks by and there's like a spirit attached to them.
Is that common?
Sometimes yes. Sometimes, you know, okay.
Like most of us are not walking around with grandma following us, right?
Yeah, you know, sometimes they'll just like let you be, but if they are trying to almost like trying to warn you, like something's gonna happen, and they're trying to like kind of follow you, and sometimes they want to help you, sometimes they want to harm you, and sometimes, you know, you have like an evil spirit, because you know, like people will like to do the Ouija boards, but they don't do it properly, and they'll bring in evil spirits, and then if they don't like close the session properly, then they'll just like the evil spirit will come and kind of manifest and kind of seep into.
Like in that Poltergeist movie? That's pretty scary. Okay, well, tell us a little bit about you. Where are you from originally?
I don't really like to say where I'm from. I mean, I'm kind of like a traveler, you know, kind of like a medium gypsy. You know, I like to like travel around. You know, my sister and I, we kind of go around sometimes, or sometimes it's just me. You know, I kind of like to go from place to place, kind of where I feel the most kind of ghost energy. You know, and if it's outside Publix, there I am, you know.
Nothing wrong with hanging out outside of Publix. All right.
I can get my groceries done.
So you don't live in one particular place? You just travel all over the country?
Yes, I do. Well, sometimes, you know, I go back home, you know, visit my mama and daddy, but you know, usually we just kind of, you know, we kind of rent like we go around in our RV. We kind of rent an RV, or sometimes we just like rent a car and stuff like that, and we kind of drive around. You know, we're kind of never in one place for a long period of time.
That's interesting. Okay, well, can you tell us what's the best thing about being a medium?
The best thing, I think, is hearing all of the interesting stories that these ghosts have to tell, you know, because, you know, some of them are like, they're still from the Civil War. You know, I've met like, you know, cadets in the Civil War who fought, you know, and, you know, people from Victorian eras and Victorian times, you know, and kind of hearing their stories and what's still grounding them here to this earth.
Wow, so these spirits can actually conversate with you. You can talk to them. That's awesome. Okay, well, if that's the best thing about it, then what would you say is the worst thing about being a medium?
Sometimes, you know, you'll have like the annoying ghosts that they'll kind of like talk around and be like in the middle of the night, be like, hey. I mean, I'm not your therapist, okay? I don't want to talk to you at all hours of the night. You know, even though I am a medium, I still sleep with the nightlight. You know, because sometimes, you know, I'm like, I don't want you here.
Right. And do they not like the lights? Does that keep them away, or?
Sometimes the lights doesn't bother them. It depends, all on the ghost. You know, you can't just like shine like a flashlight around and they'll kind of like dissipate. It doesn't really work like that.
I gotcha. Well, I don't know a lot about mediums. I'm just going to be real honest with you. So to prepare for this, I've been watching that TV show with that Patricia Arquette lady on it, Medium. That's a good show. But anyway, so that was interesting to me. So have you ever done anything like that, like work with the police, caught bad guys, that kind of thing?
One time I helped my cousin find his dog.
That's cool. All right. Well, that's supernatural-ish. Okay. And what would you like for people to know about mediums?
Well, I just want people to know that, we're people too. And like sometimes, I'll be like walking around and be like telling these lady like, oh, there's a spirit following you, it's your past husband, he's just trying to like to say that, hey, this is a tough time in your life, but I'm here for you. But then like other people will kind of see like in the supermarket and stuff like that, or like at a gas station, and they want like them to like, hey, my neighbor died, is he following me, and stuff like that. It's like, this is not how it works. I can't just start, like plucking ghosts out of the ghost sphere.
So, but now you can summon ghosts, right?
I can perform like a simple like seance and stuff like that, and it'll kind of bring a ghost that's either like nearby or willing to come, kind of like share its story. They're kind of, a lot of ghosts, they'll kind of like, they're attracted to mediums because of our higher spiritual energy.
That makes perfect sense.
And so I can like kind of do like a simple ceremony, and kind of one that's like willing to kind of, hey, I see what you're doing, and I want to let you know what I went through.
Right. They probably are happy to just have somebody who can hear them and communicate with them.
Mm-hmm.
And have you met any other kind of like the monsters that we've interviewed here, vampires, werewolves, things of that nature?
Yes, some of them kind of secretly kind of contact me, kind of like what happened to their loved ones, and kind of talk to their loved ones in the past, like with like the vampires, there's nothing left. They turn to dust. Right. And so it's just kind of like, well, what happened to the spirit? They want closure too, just as much as humans do.
Okay, so you have fairly good relationships with other supernatural beings besides just ghosts then?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they're kind of like, we're going to eat your head off if you don't tell us, then it's kind of like,
It's hard to be cool with somebody who wants to eat your head off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that makes sense. Oh, that's very cool. All right, and are there any, we spoke a little bit about this already, but what about dangerous ghosts, like poltergeists or stuff? How do you protect yourself from those kinds of angry entities?
Well, I kind of, for like me, and also my sister, we kind of do like, if we're gonna go to sleep or something like that, because we don't want ghosts like coming in and like, especially evil ones,
sure.
Coming in and kind of harming us.
Or even just pervy ones.
Yeah, don't want those.
So how do you keep them from getting you?
Well, we kind of do like a little simple ceremony. There's different ceremonies to, summon a ghost, and then there's simple ceremonies to kind of have like a warding spell almost. We're not like witches, but kind of like a little warning spell and kind of like protect this area.
Oh, like a force field.
Kind of, yes. That's a good way to put it.
Right on. All right, well, do you think it would be possible for you to summon a ghost here today? I mean, we've set out the extra chair and everything, so.
Well, I was kind of hoping you asked, because I did bring my stuff along to kind of start it.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's get us a ghost in here. We're gonna interview a ghost, y'all.
I brought some incense because
So exciting.
They liked smoke.
I think it went out.
Damn it. It never usually happens like this, so it actually works. Are you gonna work?
It looks okay to me.
It's not smoking.
Well, we have to blow it out first. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Now, since we want them to sit in this chair, we kind of like guide them to kind of, hey, go.
Welcome, welcome.
To kind of show that, hey, this space is safe for them.
Got it.
You kind of, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but there's smoke.
It's smoke.
And so we know that this space right here, and then us, and then take this around yourself and kind of to let them know that you're safe as well.
Ooh, I'm safe. Okay.
All right. And then
set your hair on fire.
Lord, did I?
No, you didn't. But don't.
All right. Ghost, you may join us now.
Did it work?
I do sense a ghost in our presence.
I don't sense anything. I smell the incense. It's real nice.
It is. It's clean linen. They attract to that.
Nice. So you did get us a ghost?
I did. I do sense it. I do sense an aura.
Is a spirit here?
Yes, she is sitting right here.
Spirit, how are you doing?
Done messed up my day. Come on now. I was watching Scandal.
I don't hear
He
that.
is very happy to be here.
Excellent, cool. Well, can we ask her some questions? Can we do a little ghosty interview here?
Sure, I think she will love that.
Okay, so let's find out what her name is.
Ghost, can you tell us what your name is?
Abby, come on.
Her name is Sandra.
Sandra. Okay, Sandra. Well, welcome, Sandra. We are so happy to have you here.
I'm over here.
All right, and can you tell us what happened to you? I mean, how did you die?
Well, such a sad story. Because I was just sleeping, had to get up and use the restroom. Too tired to even open up my eyes, and I tripped, bumped my head on that poor toilet.
Oh dear, that's so heartbreaking.
Oh my God, what's she saying?
She was murdered
Murdered?
by her ex-boyfriend.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Well, no wonder she's still bound to the earth.
I know. And, you know, she has all this pent-up sadness inside. And she's just kind of wanting to release it and kind of tell the world that, hey, I was hurt in a harmful way, but, you know, he just got off scot-free.
Telling her life story.
We are here for you. And if anything we could do to help you get justice, we will be happy to do that. Tell her. Or she can hear me?
Well, yes, she can hear you, but I'm
You're the conduit.
so I kind of can bring in you from the spirit world to the human world.
Okay.
But she's kind of happy that you're understanding.
Oh, I am. Can you find out where she's at now? Where are you? Are you in another realm?
How does this work? Can you tell us?
I was just at a friend's house watching Scandal. You know, Fitz was doing his thing that he shouldn't be doing. And then all of a sudden I pop up here. Now stuck here.
Mm-hmm. She says that she's kind of like in like this otherworldly place that's kind of, you know, where like the auras and stuff like that, and she can see and converse with other ghosts.
Can she see our loved ones that have passed?
Can you see other ghosts in this room?
There's nobody else but me here today.
You know, there is. They're constantly kind of going around with their day. You know, other ghosts, you know, just kind of like, hey, you're here? Okay.
Right on. Well, say hey to my grandma.
Aw. Hey, Grandma.
Okay. And can you find out about the light, whether she sees it or why doesn't she go into the light? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm. Sandra, when you died, did you see a light, or have you ever seen a light when you died or passed away?
The light is always there asking me to go in, but why? I'm comfortable here. I get to go on watching any TV shows I want, going back to visit the old ex to see what he's up to, see if I need to mess around with his ex-girlfriend or his current girlfriend. I'm not ready to go yet. Not quite yet.
She said that when she died, she did not see the light. And that, you know, because she had too much since she was killed, you know, before her time.
Too much darkness.
Yeah, and so she's just kind of stuck here, and she's waiting to see that light.
But do you think that, I mean, does that eventually come for all spirits?
I think when they kind of complete their mission here on Earth.
I see. So she still has unfinished business that she has to take care of.
If her ex-boyfriend that killed her, you know, if he gets his justice, then I feel like she would be in peace, so that she can go and move on.
She's trapped here in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trapped here right now.
Okay. So does she have any kind of messages she would like for us to pass along for her?
Is there any messages you would like to pass along to us in the human world?
To you two, I need to get out of here. I need to get back to my show. To everybody else, open up your eyes when you go to use the restroom, please. You're gonna end up just like me.
She just said that, live every day to your fullest, because you never know when the time will come. And if you see the light, go towards the light, because then your soul will just be in peace.
That is so inspiring. I'm so glad that we did this.
I did too. I had so much fun kind of talking to this girl.
Yeah, okay, so ask her this. Ask her what she would like for us living people to know about ghosts.
Is there anything for the ghosts to let us know, for the humans to know?
Well, we're not all here to haunt people. We're not all scary. We do like to kind of sit and laugh at you guys, try to hop into bodies. Sometimes we do like to kind of move things out of place, or kind of just,
She just says that she just wants people to know that, that they don't like good ghosts and bad ghosts. They just kind of don't want to converse. The good ghosts are trying to protect people from bad ghosts, but when they do stupid Ouija boards, they're kind of attracting all these bad ghosts along with good ghosts. And so just people be wary, and just to be careful when you're not a professional.
Like yourself.
Of course.
It's okay for you to summon a ghost, but I shouldn't go home and try to do that myself.
I wouldn't try to do a seance, or especially the Ouija board. Everyone can get their hands on the Ouija board.
Scared of Ouija boards, so that'll work out just fine. Okay, so are there any other messages that this ghost would like to pass along to us? Any other wisdom that she could impart for us that we could maybe use in our everyday lives?
Is there any extra wisdom that we would like to bestow upon us?
Learn how to drive, people. No texting. And especially when you're turning in the right lane, you have to shift on over. I hate how you people drive. You people are annoying. I'm so glad I don't have to worry about any of that. I can go from place to place anytime I want. And, median, huh?
She just says that, kind of all along with living life to your fullest, be safe, just be careful and watch around those that you live with, because, they might try to harm you. And, if something happens, when people have that sixth sense, maybe I should go, listen to that, because that's them helping you.
Because look what happened to her. She didn't listen to that sixth sense, and then her boyfriend murdered her. Mm-hmm. So I can understand why she would pass that message along. Well, we are very sorry that you were killed. And if there was anything at all that we can do to help you, we would. But unfortunately, you have passed beyond our help at this point. But thank you so much for joining us here and sharing your wisdom from the other side.
She is very happy that she was able to let you know and let the world know about her story.
Good, good. Well, I'm glad too. All right, well, I just would like to thank you so much for being here with us today, and for summoning the spirit here to join us. And thank the spirit for us as well, please.
Spirit, thank you for sharing your story and coming here and letting us know that your pain can prevent others from being hurt as well.
You're welcome. Can I go now?
All right. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us in the lair here tonight. We really appreciate it, and it's been a great run. We've had a really good time with it. Thank you very much. Have a great night.